Ever wondered what makes humans tick? What makes us do the things we do? It's a weird, wild ride inside the human mind, man. And today, we're going deep down the rabbit hole to uncover some seriously unsettling truths about ourselves. From the creepy to the bizarre, we're counting down 12 unsettling human nature facts that will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about yourself and others. Join me as I dive into 12 unsettling human nature facts that might just blow your mind. Think you remember everything about your life? Think again. Our brains can do strange stuff like dissociative amnesia. It's not just forgetting keys, it's erasing traumatic events, a defense mechanism to protect from intense psychological pain. Memories aren't gone, they're buried, influencing you subconsciously. They can resurface through flashbacks, nightmares, or physical symptoms. We like to think of ourselves as honest, right? But what if the person we lie to most is ourselves? We're all masters of self-deception, spinning narratives that protect our egos. Think about it. How many times have you rationalized a bad decision or downplayed your role in a conflict? We all do it. Self-deception can be a slippery slope. When we're constantly lying to ourselves, we lose touch with reality. So how do we break free? It takes brutal self-awareness and the courage to be honest with ourselves. Have you ever met someone who's completely incompetent but utterly convinced of their own brilliance? Like, they're clueless about their cluelessness. That's the Dunning-Kruger effect in action. The less competent we are, the more we overestimate our abilities. It's like wearing beer goggles for our own skills. Chapter 4. Lucifer. Effect: the dark side of human nature. Here's a chilling thought. What if we're all capable of evil? Not just a little bit of mischief, but true, unadulterated darkness. The Stanford Prison Experiment, one of the most controversial studies in psychology, suggests that it might be true. The experiment, conducted by Philip Zimbardo in 1971, simulated a prison environment with college students, randomly assigned as guards or prisoners. Within days, the guards became increasingly authoritarian and abusive, while the prisoners became passive and depressed, some even experiencing psychological breakdowns. The experiment, though ethically questionable and widely criticized, showed how easily people can transform into monsters when given power and anonymity. Chapter 5. Cognitive dissonance, the mental tug-of-war. Ever feel your brain doing mental gymnastics to justify a belief or action that deep down you know is wrong? That's cognitive dissonance, my friend, and it's a real mind-bender. It happens when we hold two conflicting beliefs, ideas, or values, creating a state of mental discomfort that we're biologically programmed to avoid. So, what do? We rationalize, we justify, we twist the facts to fit our narrative, all in an attempt to reduce that inattention. Cognitive dissonance is everywhere, influencing our political views, consumer choices, and even our relationships. It's a powerful force that can lead to some pretty irrational behavior, but understanding it is the first step to breaking free from its grip. Chapter 6. The bystander effect, the danger in numbers. You'd think that the more people who witness an emergency, the more likely someone would be to help, right? Well, that's not always the case, and the bystander effect is a chilling example of how our instincts can fail us in groups. This social phenomenon describes our tendency to be less likely to intervene in an emergency when others are present. It's like everyone's thinking, someone else will handle this, and the responsibility gets diffused, leaving the victim stranded. There's a bunch of psychological factors at play here: diffusion of responsibility, fear of social judgment, and the assumption that someone else is more qualified to help. It's a reminder that sometimes being a good person means being the first one to act, even when it's uncomfortable. We like to think we're objective, rational beings, but the truth is, our brains are hardwired to seek out information that confirms our existing beliefs, even if those beliefs are wrong. That's confirmation bias, and it's like having a personal echo chamber in your head. We surround ourselves with people who share our views, consume media that reinforces our biases, and conveniently ignore any evidence that contradicts our carefully constructed worldviews. It's a recipe for polarization, misinformation, and an inability to have productive conversations with people who see the world differently. The key to combating confirmation bias is to actively seek out diverse perspectives, challenge our own assumptions, and be open to the possibility that we might be wrong. It's not easy, but it's crucial if we want to be informed, critical thinkers. We're quick to judge others, aren't we? We see someone snap at a cashier and think, "What a jerk." But when we do the same thing, it's because we had a bad day, right? That's the fundamental attribution error, a major roadblock to empathy. We attribute others' behavior to their character but excuse our own actions due to circumstances. Have you ever been in a group where everyone seems to agree, even though you know deep down that something's not quite right? That's groupthink, a dangerous phenomenon leading to disastrous decisions. It happens when the desire for harmony overrides critical thinking, leading to suppression of dissent and poor decision-making. History is full of examples like the Challenger disaster and Bay of Pigs invasion. Intelligent individuals made catastrophic decisions to maintain group cohesion. Dissenting voices are crucial for sound decisions. Can you believe that a sugar pill can actually make you feel better? That's the power of the placebo effect, a testament to the incredible connection between the mind and body. It's not just about tricking yourself, it's about harnessing the power of expectation and belief to influence your physical well-being. The placebo effect has been documented in countless studies, showing that even when people are given a fake treatment, they often experience real improvements in their symptoms. It's like our brains are saying, "Hey, we believe this is going to work," and then they send signals to the body to make it happen. It's a reminder that our thoughts and beliefs have a direct impact on our health and well-being, and that harnessing the power of the mind can unlock incredible healing potential. Ever noticed how some people seem to disappear into the background when it comes to group projects? They're there, physically present, but their effort level, non-existent. That's social loafing, my friend, and it's the bane of every group project ever. It's the tendency for individuals to exert less effort when working in a group than when working alone. It's like they figure, "Hey, I'm just one person and someone else will pick up the slack." Social loafing can happen for a bunch of reasons. Diffusion of responsibility, lack of motivation, or simply feeling like their individual contributions won't be recognized. The key to combating social loafing is to create a sense of individual accountability, clearly define roles and responsibilities, and foster a collaborative environment where everyone feels valued and heard. Ever walk into a room feeling like everyone's staring at you, judging your every move, or obsess over a small mistake, convinced that everyone else noticed and is secretly laughing at you? That's the spotlight effect, where we overestimate how much others notice and judge us. In reality, most people are too caught up in their own heads to notice our minor imperfections. Remember, the spotlight isn't nearly as bright as you think it is. So there you have it, 12 unsettling facts about human nature that might just make you question everything you thought you knew about yourself and others. It's a wild ride inside the human mind, full of biases, contradictions, and the potential for both incredible good and terrifying evil. But hey, don't get too bummed out. By understanding these unsettling truths, we can start to recognize them in ourselves and others, challenge our own biases, and strive to be more compassionate, empathetic, and self-aware individuals. Thanks for watching, and if you're still reeling from these unsettling facts, let me know in the comments which one surprised you the most. Like and subscribe to learn more insights into the weird aspects of our minds.